Namaskar friends, this is NJ, host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming full moon which is happening on 24th of June in the Sagittarius sign and within Sagittarius in the Mula Nakshatra. So friends, as you know this thing that whenever there is a time of either new moon or full moon, our psychological state, our emotional state tend to remain little bit vulnerable. Like the fair and the stark difference between these two energies are, at the time of new moon, it could make your energies, your priorities, your focus go inward. But when we talk about the time of full moon, when sun and moon are in the opposite houses in a distance of 180 degrees, so you could also look at it in a way that moon, which represents your individualized consciousness, the Jivatma, and sun, which represents universal consciousness, the Paramatma. So your individualized self is far away from the universal consciousness, which could also be interpreted in a way that many times what happens is that whatsoever is happening in our life, we are somehow being protected and taken care by our guardian angels, by our Ish Devta, and all the divine energies are always protecting us. But when we talk about the timing or the alignments of the full moon, so somehow we are bit far away from the divine light. All the repressed memories, all the deeply ingrained issues start coming on the surface and start troubling us. And the time of full moon tend to remain more vulnerable for all those people in whose case, let's say for example, your moon is already afflicted because of the conjunction of Saturn, your moon is placed in the 6th house, 8th house, 12th house. So these are among those people who tend to remain and feel more anxious at the time period of the full moon. And friends, coming about, and if you want to understand the importance of this upcoming full moon, so it is more vulnerable in this regard that it is going to be happening in little bit difficult nakshatra, because at the time of the full moon, where moon is going to be in the Mula Nakshatra and sun is going to be in the Ardra Nakshatra. So both Ardra and Mula somehow represents chaos, like transformation, unpredictability. If you even want to understand the energies of the Mula, whose rulership goes to the planet Ketu. So Ketu, which in itself is more inclined towards the past. Jupiter, which in itself represents spiritual wisdom. But when we talk about the current state of Ketu, which is right now transiting in the Scorpio zodiac sign, so this full moon energies could be little bit transformative, could be little bit unsettling. So it becomes very important for you to take your important decisions with lot of contemplation, with lot of caution. And let's say for example, if in your case any sort of spirituality or religious discourses, religious austerities is getting qualified, so doing all these religious austerities with strong faith and intensity is definitely going to protect you at the time of the predomination of this full moon on 24th of June. Because friends, the Mula, the word in itself means roots. You have to understand this thing that only if you are spiritually inclined, you live your life with complete awareness and with all the divine standards of compassion, surrender, of faith. So you will definitely realize that we are by ourselves are the root of all of our problems, and we are by ourselves are also the root of the blessings of all the good fortunes which we might be enjoying in our life. Friends, for a tree to grow higher and taller, it all comes down to with how much strength and how much dignity it is rooted beneath the ground. So now the only one thing or a piece of advice which I want to give to everyone at the time of this full moon is that try to restrain yourself from overthinking, try to restrain yourself from digging the matters of the past or all those conflicting energies of the past which might start coming in your consciousness. Like many times what happens is that we keep on getting overwhelmed because of the passing thoughts. But during this time, at the time of this full moon, those thoughts or those passing thoughts might be little bit overwhelming or might be little bit more like painful, which might be bringing the memories of some past wounds, So friends, let's say for example, if in your case you are going to be facing the heat of this full moon, so you have to keep on comforting yourself with these thoughts that it is not going to be exactly happening in your life. These are just the energies of this full moon which is troubling you. So just because of getting overwhelmed because of these full moon energies, you should not take any impulsive decision. You should not spoil your terms with people in your vicinity, people with whom you hang out, you work with. So these are the few things which I wanted to say to everyone in whose case they are already going through some difficult times or difficult dashas, or their moon is afflicted in your chart. And friends, whenever we talk about the Mula energies and aligning it with the Ardra energies, so trust me friends, when we talk about the capacity to transform, when we talk about capacity to get access to all sort of transcendental wisdom and knowledge, so all of that forte resides within these two, Ardra and Mula Nakshatra. The only problem here is that in order to sow seeds of your fresh growth, you have to go through all sort of transformation, and you have to curb all the self-abusing, all the self-destructive habits and tendencies. So friends, summarizing everything, if in your case a contemporary, extrovert, outgoing lifestyle qualifies, so it's my recommendation that specifically on the 24th, try to curb the desire of going excess or extreme in alcohol intake, any sort of like indulgences. And if in your case the temptations and cravings for gamble or for speculation, if that qualifies in your case, so specifically at the time of the predomination of this full moon energies, it is my advice to avoid and discipline all of those temptations. Friends, you have to understand this thing that at the time of this full moon, the good news here is that Mercury, which is right now conjunct with Rahu in their transit, is already out of its retrograde motion, and the sign Lord, the planet Jupiter, which is strengthened in the Aquarius sign, a sign of scientific pursuit, a sign which represents all the humanitarian work. And just because Jupiter is retrograde, so the surge of your emotions might take you towards thinking about the community awareness causes, might take you towards all the philanthropic concerns, all the charitable causes which might need your attention or which needs to be brought light upon. So this transit or this full moon energies could be utilized in this regard at the same time. Like the way friends, couple of days back I was reading this post that now even the governments have accepted that they have evidences that the UFOs exist, but we are all so much entangled and embroiled in our own world, in our own problems, that no one is paying heed to that. So I mean to say, this full moon energies might take your attention towards these concerns at the same time. So that is something friends which I wanted to say as a general results or energies for everyone. Now we will try to understand that in which area of life we have to remain cautious at the time of this full moon basis our ascendant. So friends, for Aries ascendant natives, this is going to be happening in your 3rd house and the 9th house axis. So when we talk about the 9th house specifically, which is the house of our growth, our faith, our fortune, all sense of optimism which we derive in all the difficulties of our life is derived from the 9th house only. So definitely at the time of the predomination of this full moon energies, try not to be in this mode of assessing how much you have progressed in the life, the concerns of faith, concerns of your devotion, asking or questioning your mentors, your teachers. So all those cravings and temptation needs to be curbed, needs to be avoided. And like the way I was already saying this thing, that do not be in this mode of that judgment that how much you are actually progressing or your efforts are reaping results, because if you will go on that route, on that path, you might end up taking out negative outcomes or conclusion only. So try to avoid those kind of thoughts at the time of the full moon. Moving ahead friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Taurus ascendant natives. So friends, in your case, this full moon energy is going to impact or affect your 8th house. So as you know this thing, that 8th house is the house of sadhana. 8th house is the house of siddhi. So this is not a very good time for you to contemplate in any of the past wounds or any of the crisis or the chaotic situation. So let's say for example, if in your lifestyle watching all the scary movies qualifies, discussing the controversial topics qualifies, conspiracy theories qualifies, so try to avoid being a part of those discussion, those activities. Otherwise it might strain you mentally, emotionally, psychologically. So that is the only one thing which I want to advise to all the Taurus ascendant natives. And at the same time, so especially on 24th, try to avoid being a part of any disputed situation. Moving ahead friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Gemini ascendant natives. So friends, in your case, this energy is going to impact on your 7th house, which is the house of your relationship, which is the house of your public image, all sort of commercial activities. So this is not a good time for you to get into any straight conflict, any sort of a debate or discussion with your partner, because energies are going to take you towards extracting negative outcome only. Friends, you have to understand this thing, that whenever we talk about Mula paves path of sowing seeds for fresh growth, but that path of transformation sometimes tend to remain bit overbearing, bit difficult, bit intense. So if you can curb, if you can endure all those sort of truths which might be revealed, all those outcomes which might be exposed to you, then it's fine. But let's say for example, you have by yourself got a very highly strung nature. So in those kind of situation, try to avoid getting into any sort of argument with your partner. Moving ahead friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Cancer ascendant natives. So friends, as you know this thing, that whenever there is a time of new moon or the full moon, Cancer moon sign or Cancer ascendant people tend to remain most vulnerable in getting affected because of these surge of energies. So friends, in your case, this energy is going to impact your 6th house. So this is not a very good time for you to get into any conflict with your juniors, with your subordinates. Try not to be overly critical on the edge while dealing your juniors, your subordinates, your team members. And even when we talk about the concerns of the health, I would say that if in your case any of the ongoing situation or health related concerns, if it is already troubling you, so try not to beat it to such an extent, or try not to overthink to such an extent that it might make you a little bit pessimistic or little bit depressive at the time of this full moon. Moving ahead friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Leo ascendant natives. So friends, in your case, this full moon energy is going to impact your 5th house. So as you know this thing, that 5th house is the house of your children to begin with. It is the house of your mind, your intellect. So let's say for example, if you are a parent, so try not to overthink or over worry on the account of your children. That is one thing which I want to tell you. Friends, when we talk about 5th house is also the house of your education. So if you are a student, you are very much worried about your grades, you are a performer, you are an artist. So this is not a very good time for you to overstress yourself regarding the outcome of any of your efforts, any of your hard work, because emotionally, mentally, it might overstress you. Moving ahead friends, for the Virgo ascendant, this full moon energy is going to impact your 4th house, the house of your security, your stability, your emotional state. So trust me, the Virgo ascendant native might face the heat of feeling anxious or over worry on the account of your securities or the matters of your stability. All those things which give you stability and refuge in your life. And at the same time, when we talk about your domestic life, so this is not the right time for you to overthink or over exaggerate your domestic life related concerns. Now whether in the form of worries, whether in the form of troubles, whether in the form of ongoing conflicts with any of the family member, so this is not the right time for you to over worry on all those matters. Moving ahead friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Libra ascendant natives. So friends, in your case, this full moon energy is going to impact your third house. So as you know this thing, that third house is the house of your companionship, your comrades, your friends, your younger siblings, your own skill. So this could be seen as in a way that you might be overwhelmed on the account of some sort of past dispute, past conflict with any of your friend, and try not to be overly calculative on the account of the results which your skills or your efforts are giving it to you, because this is the surge of energies which temporarily might make you worry on all those matters of life. Moving ahead friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Scorpio ascendant natives. So friends, in your case, this full moon energy is going to impact your second house of your finances, of your speech, of your values. So trust me, during this time you might be overwhelmed or worried on the account of your financial state. Even the close-knit family members might put you in a state of the too much of their demand, too much of the responsibilities which you feel or you think that suddenly is coming on your shoulder. So try to be bit contemplative, be at balance, at peace in the face of all these situations. And when we talk about the matters of finances specifically, so this is not the right time for you to put your money in any sort of risky venture or dealing with all those people on the matters of finances, or trusting in all those people whose credibility is questionable. Moving ahead friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Sagittarius ascendant natives. So friends, in your case, this full moon energy is going to impact your first house only. So now you could interpret it in a way that when we talk about the Sagittarius ascendant natives, they tend to remain the most optimistic amongst all the ascendants. So this is going to be a time when you will be little bit burdened or overwhelmed because of the results which your efforts are paying you. And at the same time, when we talk about the first house tells about our individuality, our projection in the society, our identity. So there could be all those concerns where you might be overwhelmed because of your life goals, because of your accomplishments, because of your public image, concerns of health. So try not to over exaggerate, over worried, or overthink on all these matters if it is getting qualified in your case. Moving ahead friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Capricorn ascendant natives. So friends, in your case, this full moon energies are going to be affecting your 12th house. So friends, as you know that 12th house is the house of hidden energy, or all those energies which are hidden from us. So try not to feel anxious at the time of the predomination of this full moon energy. And let's say for example, if you are a Hindu follower, so the worship of Lord Kal Bhairava, worship of goddess Kali can actually reap some very good results, or could keep your anxieties at rest, at peace. And at the same time, when we talk about the 12th house energies, so this could be utilized for your advantage, for your gain, only if in your case doing sadhana, doing meditation, doing homa, doing havan, that qualifies in your case. Then in those situations you can get benefited because of the surge of energy or the triggering of energy on your 12th house. Moving ahead friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Aquarius ascendant natives. So friends, you have to understand this thing that when we talk about the Aquarius sign, it is the esoteric sign. They are the genius, they are the true philanthropic, humanitarian people of the complete zodiac belt, and somehow they tend to remain also the most naive and the most innocent as well. So when we talk about this full moon energy happening in your 11th house, and 11th house, which is the house of your aspirations, which is the house of your group activities, social influence. So now this is not the right time for you to put your faith, your trust on all those people where credibility issues are involved. And at the same time, whatsoever your efforts are paying you result or not, this is not the right time for you to be on that judgment mode, that how much you have progressed in the life, where you have reached in your life, how much your efforts are giving you result. So this is not the right time for you to be in that contemplative mode, because you will end up stressing yourself only. And the last, friends, if you want to understand the results for all the Pisces ascendant natives, so friends, in your case, this full moon energy is going to impact your 10th house of your career, of your status. So this is not the right time for you to get into any conflict with people of authority at your work front. And at the same time, friends, 10th house is not only restricted to your profession, to your career, to your bosses. It also tells about the nature and the quality of deeds which you do. Are your deeds very commendable? Are your deeds very questionable, highly obnoxious? So now one thing which I want to tell you to all the Pisces ascendant native is that whatsoever you want to do it unconditionally, without getting affected because of the overwhelming surge of energies or forces which might trouble you during this time of the predomination of the full moon energies in your 10th house. So that is something, friends, which I wanted to say as a part of the general results of this full moon energies, and at the same time how it is going to impact all the 12 ascendants. So for further more updates and notifications on the divine science of astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Thank you.